We're going to do two things. One, give this a try, see how much it covers, and test out the 5-in-1 spray system. So right now we're locked. Setting 1 will be low or high output. We'll use it on what has become the test subject, which that's how much one turbo can of spray covers. So here's the high output, and it's apparently windy. Plus we're testing this color. That's a high output. 2 is going to be standard. We've got a run right there. Surprisingly enough, no runs here. No runs there when somewhat properly installed, sprayed. Now we have a low output. Finger fatigue happens rather rapidly. Now, 4. We've got vertical fan. That is vertical fan. I like that one the most. And finally, horizontal fan. Horizontal fan. Probably would work out a lot better if we were not in the wind, but so those are the different patterns. Now, the other question is, can you pry off the lid and put it on a normal can? Doesn't appear to be, because I've been prying and trying, and it's just not working. So the fan works out pretty good for something like this. An unprepped bus that's going to be 8 or 9 different colors. It's a nice big surface to test out some colors. Vertical fan does not seem to really overdo it either. There's already runs in the lower layer of the paint. The original, not original, but the existing paint. So we're gonna use up this can. And after we use up the can, we're gonna see how it dries and the finish. If it dries like this, where it's already starting to flash, if it dries like that, I think I might like this color here, Satin Protective. I like that when they use that on some things. Because that's kind of what I'm looking for, is like a satin or like a matte. Not really, you know, kind of like this, but, you know, not really like, you know, this. Maybe a little bit like that, but that's kind of the goal of what we're looking for. But there it is. Rustoleum's 5-in-1. Recoating almost immediately. Not exactly trying to make it run, but kind of pushing it to its limit on where it should probably run. Put it on a little thick here at the bottom, because this is probably going to get cut off. I'm putting that on way too thick. Thinking that maybe we'll paint some things this year. Put it on that smooth. There we go. It's going to run right there. We did a little too much. Putting it on that smoothness right there. And we are running out. That is the end. We could use this for bikes. And like my pedal bike that I'm going to put back together. I feel like this year I should probably do a lowrider bike. So I'm going to put that back together. I haven't had a lowrider bike in a while. But this year I might put a motor on it. Whether it be electric or what. And now that that's empty. There we go. That's off of there now. Maybe we can get it on a normal paint can. Let's find out. Alright, so we have some 2X. Cut that off. Set that on there. Not been shaking yet. But let's give it a shot. We're still on setting 4, yep. There we go. Look at that. Now imagine this tip on a turbo can. It seems to be performing better with the 2X. Too much wind. So we're gonna come to this side. I should have come over here to begin with and just tested it out over here. See how it fog coats. Yeah, switch hands here. That should actually make the paint stretch even, because it's fanning it out versus applying it into a circular spray. See what comes out better, the overlap or the fog coat, and then going over top of the fog coat. I guess I should have done it in 2 different spots, so I guess we won't test that. Just kind of oh, hand cramps up quick though. Just let it tack up. I mean, just kind of run a base. And I'm wondering how much run the other side has. Obviously, I've hit this with another testing area. But I was asked 2 questions. Can you swap these tops here? And 2, how much does the turbo can cover? So now we've covered 2 questions in 1 video. However you feel about spray paint really does not matter. Obviously, I'm not going to do a professional job on this thing. It's rotted out. It's beat to hell. We don't even know the future of this bus. If there's too much of this in the structure, then it goes bye-bye. If there's not too much of that, we may patch it and just kind of hack it, you know, not really matter. It's not an expensive bus. It's not a good bus. But it's a bus. So, I mean, I'm not complaining. I have a bus. So, it'll be kind of a hauler / RV. But if it's too far gone, then the other bus will end up getting this one's turbo system, since it is a non-turbo. And this bus is still worth it. And then what do? Do we use this as storage? Makes a great storage. Do we use it as parts? Spare tranny laying around? Should be the same one as the other bus. Same engine, just non-turbo on the other one. With spray painting, it's all in the prep work. There was no prep work done in here. So, it's going to look like hell. It flashes over really quick. Would we want to do an entire bus like this in one shot and in the proper manner? We're going to find out, because it's probably how we're going to do the other one. Just do a better job, because it's hers and not mine. And her bus gets better work done to it. I think we're going to go with kind of a gray on the bottom of hers. Obviously, we're not going to go with a black. My finger is killing me. This is just testing. I'm not putting any effort into it. So before people tell me I don't know what the hell I'm doing, I'm not putting effort here. I'm just testing. Yeah, this one seems to last a lot longer than the other can. Much longer. Definitely buy 1 can of this with the spray if you want the nozzle. But then switch to the other paint. I mean, this is going way longer than the other one. It feels like it anyway. Same size can. How can that be? I'm not trying to make runs, but I'm also not trying to not make runs. You know? If that makes any sense. Oh, hand cramped up way too much on that one. Also trying to not, I'm not trying to not make runs. I'm just putting it on. Doing a quick, amateur, horrible, garbage job. And we're going to see if your average person with horrible paint skills could use the setup. My whole goal is to find the best way to do things for the cheapest amount of money possible, because I have a lot of projects and not a lot of money. So I've got a lot of things that I want to do and not a lot of money. So you can save your money and buy a professional paint job and make it look good and make yourself feel better. We are nearing the end quickly. But that's your choice. I don't judge you for your choice, but it's not my choice, and it's not how I'm going to do it, and it's not how I would do it, even if I had tons of money. Why? When we could just do more stuff with less. Just do stuff. Just make it work. Doesn't matter what it looks like. People are going to judge it regardless. It could be a $10,000 paint job on this bus. There's going to be people who hate the bus regardless. Doesn't matter. There's going to be people who, why didn't you just buy a dedicated toy hauler that you pull behind your truck? Why didn't you just buy a Ford? Why didn't you buy a Chevy? Why didn't you buy this? Why didn't you buy that? It doesn't matter what you have. It doesn't matter what you buy, dude. People are going to judge you. So just make it work. Do whatever makes you content. Makes you happy. Makes you excited. Doesn't matter. Just do it. And then look at that. The bus looks terrible. But it looked terrible before, so who cares? Let's see how much this dries up, or how well it dries up. We're gonna check the other side while I do it. While that dries up. Oh, see, look at that. I mean, how do you hate that? I love that finish. Not the actual finish, but it's flat, but it's got shine. Satin. Satin is where it is, man. Look at that. That looks terrible. Let's make it look worse. Let's just do this, because, you know, somebody's going to judge anyway. So let's just do this. See how bad it runs. I bet it's going to be horrible. See? Now, if you don't know what you're doing with painting, the one thing to remember is just don't do that. Just don't do that. It's just paint otherwise. You can sand that out. It's not that serious. I can sand that out. It's not serious. That's that one run that we did. Oh, look, now we got a fingerprint. The whole paint job is ruined. We gotta sand the whole bus down and start it all over again. This can will not die. See, we just put it on super thick right there. Trying to get into that crack. That was dumb. You can see, as you can tell, I'm super concerned and super devastated about that. So, I think this is it finally. That's it. So there's the questions. There's the answers to the questions.